Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, then thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. So today's video is going to be super random. I'm going to talk to you kind of like I would talk to my friends, and it's like just for fun, honestly. It's probably been done before because it's YouTube and everything's been done. I'm not trying to copy nobody, so if somebody's already done this and you think they deserve like the credit or whatever, let me know down below and I'll mention them. But I haven't seen anything like this. So basically I think I'm gonna call it like what would she wear, and I'm gonna go through some of my favorite like female characters. Is that what I'm gonna call them? Like female characters from either like TV shows or movies that I love and I'm obsessed with. And I'm gonna tell you what I think that character from that show or movie would wear. Basically something triggered this. I don't know if you guys are like this. It's super weird. Like I said, this is just for fun, honestly. Call it boredom, lockdown boredom, if you will. But I'll start with what triggered this. So sometimes I could smell something or get something and I'll be like, oh, I think she would wear that, or this seems like something that she would like. And basically what started this entire video, what triggered this, is when I received Angel's Share by Killian. Obsessed. But the second I smelled this, I was like, ooh, Teresa would wear this. I feel like Teresa would wear this. I'm gonna include pictures of the characters here. And maybe like the show name or movie name or whatever, just in case you guys haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen Queen of the South, you should. It's an amazing, badass show. It's a little bit of like a narco show, so you have to be okay with drugs and violence and all that. But anyways, the main character, it's like a honestly strong, badass female lead. Her name is Teresa. I'm gonna put her picture here. When I smelled this, I was like, oh my god, I feel like Teresa Mendoza would wear this fragrance. Ooh, this is a little bit sweet. It's boozy. It's smooth yet spicy, but not peppery spicy. It's like spicy, like a warm spicy from the cinnamon in here. With the sweetness, it's smooth. Somewhat, it's sexy, honestly, not somewhat sexy. I find this sexy and intoxicating. And when I smelled this, I was like, I feel like Teresa from Queen of the South would wear this, because she is, first of all, she is such a strong lead in that show. I love her character. She can get down and dirty. She is a boss bee in an industry that is led by men. She can walk into a room and she gets the respect, she gets the attention, but she gets it in like without needing to like beg for it. She's so smooth, you know what I mean? And so when I smelled this, and a little bit spicy, because she could get down and dirty, she could dress up, she's a badass, okay? But I feel like she would wear something like this. This is Teresa. If you've watched the show, I feel like this is her. Plus, without giving away too much of the show, in the show she does start up like a tequila company, so I felt like the booziness in here, a little bit spicy, like a warm spicy from the cinnamon. It's honestly, it's sexy, it's smooth, it's spicy, it's Teresa. So that's what triggered this whole video, because when I got that, I was like, I feel like that is her. This is what she would wear. If obviously it might not be, but her character, by the way, I feel like that's what she would wear. And then let's talk another favorite show. One of my like all-time, I have a fluff on my face, this always happens and it drives me crazy. One of my all-time favorite shows, like an old show, is actually Gilmore Girls. Like I watched it when I was younger, and the lead in that, her name is Lorelai Gilmore. Again, picture will be somewhere here. Lorelai Gilmore, I feel like I relate, now that I'm older especially, I relate to her so much. I feel like I am her, she is me. Basically, Lorelai in this show, she's a mom, so she is older, but she's very young at heart. Some would say a little bit immature. She has a sweet tooth. She is always wired. I feel like she is like a hyper adult. She has so much energy in the show. She's addicted to coffee. She eats a lot of junk food, and I feel like she just is one of those, like, yeah, she's a mom and she's grown, but she's very like young at heart. She's like a cool mom, you know what I mean? So for her, I chose this. This is Dolce & Gabbana Perfume. I chose this because it has that sweet marshmallow, because I feel like she would want to wear something that does smell a little bit youthful and a little bit sweet, because she does have like a sweet tooth. Like I said, she's very like young at heart, immature, if you will. So yeah, I feel like because this does have that marshmallow, it makes it like playful, youthful. It will satisfy the sweet tooth, but it also has the raspberry, which gives it a little bit of like fresh, bright fruitiness. And her personality in general is pretty bright. She's always wired. She's usually like pretty like happy, energetic. So I feel like the raspberry and the marshmallow really match her personality, but it's sweet in a sophisticated way. It is somewhat sophisticated still because in this show, like I said, she is a mom. She's a little bit, you know, older. She owns a business, so she is like pretty sophisticated. She's always wearing like work clothes for the most part. So this, like, I feel like would work perfectly for her because it is sweet, somewhat playful, a little bit cozy, but not too much in my opinion. But still a little bit sophisticated because, like I said, she does own a business. She's wearing work clothes most of the time, so I feel like this is like all in one. It has like the fresh, kind of bright, you know, zesty, uplifting part of her. It has like the sweet tooth in her, and then it has the more sophisticated part. So I feel like this would be Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. So next, let's talk Sex and the City. Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. I was obsessed with that show, the movies, all of it. For her, I chose Kayali Deja Vu White Flower. I chose this because Carrie is stylish. She likes trends, she likes fashion, she's girly, but her style's a little bit all over the place. Like she follows the trends. She likes designers, she likes pretty things. But for the most part, I would say she is pretty feminine, a little bit glam, but yet still somewhat like classy. So this, I chose Kayali Deja Vu White Flower because I feel like the bottle in general is very like Carrie Bradshaw. She likes pretty things. I feel like this bottle is beautiful. It's like a piece of like art, and I feel like it matches her. So it does have like the girly glam thing going, plus the scent itself. It does have like the white floral because, like I said, she is a little bit like of a girly girl, so I feel like she would want some white floral in her perfume. But also this has like a creamy vanilla and a sandalwood, which does, it just elevates it a little bit. So it's not like just a straight up white floral. It makes it a little bit, it's still classy and sophisticated in my opinion, with a little bit of creamy sexiness. I feel like it's not overly sexy. This is not like, I feel like this could be a signature scent. You could wear it day or night. It's not overly sexy, but it does have that creamy sandalwood in it, which does make it a little bit elevated and a little bit sexy. So I feel like this is Carrie Bradshaw. It has the girly, it has the sexy, it has the sophisticated, and it has the beauty, because I feel like she would gravitate towards something that's so beautiful like this. And I feel like this is very versatile, which I feel like goes with that character because, like I said, although for the most part she does have like that girly glam style, she can be a little bit like, her style is kind of all over the place. So I picked that for her. And then let's talk Two Broke Girls. So I love Two Broke Girls. It's kind of a nostalgic show for me, but Max in general. Max from Two Broke Girls is my spirit animal. I loved her. She's not like a girly girl, like into the frills and the pink and all that, but she does still have like some girly girl tendencies. So she always has her makeup done. She's always wearing lipstick and a winged eyeliner. So she has like an edgy glam going always, but she's not like overly like girly girl, but she does have a little bit of glam always going on. She is sassy. She is blunt. She has a sense of humor, but like a sarcastic sense of humor. So she's a little bit edgy. Like she's girly, but edgy. She has like a dark sense of humor. I love her. And she does like the attention. In the show, she always has her girls like up there in her uniform, like just, you know, out to play. So I feel like she would want something that has a little bit of girliness going on with some edginess. So for her, I chose Intense Cafe by Montal. I chose this because it does have a little bit of rose in here, which makes it like a little bit girly, but in my opinion, on me, this is like a darker rose. So I say that because this is strong, so it will command the attention. It lasts forever. You will get smelled, and I feel like she would want to get noticed. You know, Max is the kind of girl, like, she wants to be noticed. She dresses like that. She is the way she is because she wants the attention, you know? So It's strong, it's loud, you will get smelled, but it has the rose, but it's like a sweet, sugary rose, and to me it is a little bit of a darker rose, so it's girly, but it's a little bit edgy, it's loud, and you will get noticed. So this is why I chose this. It has the girliness, has a little bit of sweetness, but it is a little bit of a like a darker kind of sexy scent. It doesn't smell like rose, like just straight up rose petals, like super girly and delicate. It doesn't smell like that. And so when I thought of Max, I felt like edgy, girly, sexy, you get noticed, okay? And this lasts for a really long time. So I chose this for Max from Two Broke Girls. What else do I want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about the new girl. So the new girl, the main character in that, her name is Jess. Jess is... she's super bubbly. She's pretty young. I think she's in her 20s. She's really optimistic. She's always like trying to look at the bright side of things. She turns almost everything into a song. So she's pretty like happy, pretty innocent. She's very bubbly, somewhat nerdy. She's a teacher. So yeah, she's a little bit nerdy. She's very like positive. Did I say she turns everything into a song? Because she turns everything into a song. And in that show, like almost all the time she was in like a skirt or a dress. She's very girly. So for her, I chose Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. This is the dapper version. It's a clone for Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. And I chose this because when I think of like the ultimate like girly perfume, but it's not like a little kid girly, but it's still very girly, very happy, very sweet. Love Don't Be Shy. If the color pink was a perfume, I feel like it would be Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. This smells like pink bubblegum. That pink, edible, delicious, sweet bubblegum. This is very sweet. And it has like a slight powdery, like the powdery coating on a marshmallow. Think that kind of fluffy, sweet, delicious. It's just kind of happy. It's girly, it's delicious. It smells like bubblegum, bubbly. Jess is bubbly. So when I thought of Jess from the new girl, I thought Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. Next up, let's talk Gossip Girl, because I was obsessed with Gossip Girl. I grew up in that time, so anyways. And I liked Blair from Gossip Girl. Blair was always, she was sassy but classy. Classy but sassy. So she always dressed like pretty classy, especially for her age. She dressed classy. She was somewhat of like an old soul. I feel like while everyone else was being kind of like reckless and careless, she was kind of like a little bit more mature. She was like an old soul. She always dressed like elegantly, but she was sassy and a little bit snarky. And she was all about like the label. She was bougie. She's bougie as hell. So for her, I chose YSL Libre, however you want to say it. I chose this because, okay, realistically, I feel like she would be wearing Chanel. I'm pretty sure she mentioned in the show that she would be wearing like Chanel No. 5, which is like a super classy, bougie, well-known, sophisticated scent. Pretty old for her age, like especially in the show for her character, I mean, but I'm pretty sure she would be wearing that. But for the sake of this video, a modern day Blair Waldorf would be wearing YSL Libre or Libre. I chose this because it's a designer. She would want something like a brand, like a designer. It's beautiful, which I feel like would be a necessity for her, but also it's very classy. This, again, could be a signature scent. It's classy. It has that white floral. It smells like money. This is bougie. This is bossy. This is classy, but still feminine. I know some people said this was masculine. I don't find so at all. I find this to be feminine, to be very like, it smells expensive. It smells classy. This smells like a boss lady, and I feel like this would go perfectly with all of her little outfits. She was always wearing like a little coat, and she was always dressed like very classy and sophisticated. So I feel like not only does the bottle kind of match that vibe, it gives her the bougie like designer label that she would want and need, but the scent also would match her because it does smell a very like feminine, beautiful, rich, bossy, classy. This is what this smells like, okay? This could be a signature scent, and I feel like this would be Blair Waldorf. Is that her last name? I feel like it is. Anyways, and then let's talk, you guys might not have guessed this, but let's talk Letty from Fast and the Furious. Yes, I was obsessed with Fast and the Furious, so much so that my youngest son, his middle name is Toretto, like Dominic Toretto, aka Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious. So Letty is the farthest thing from girly girl ever. She could still be sexy, but like she steals shit, she races cars, she fixes cars, she's like always kind of dirty, down and dirty with the boys. She is one of the boys, okay? But still sexy when she wants to be, still sassy, and she does have a soft side that you see certain times, but not all the time. So for her, I chose Agent Provocateur Fatale Intense because first of all, the name says Fatale Intense, which would be Letty from Fast and Furious. This has a spiciness. This has a little bit of a sweetness, but not overly sweet. This is unique, which I feel like she is unique. And this has a leather note, which is a little bit of like a badass, it's like a badass note in a feminine perfume, you know? So this isn't overly feminine. This is spicy. This is sweet. This is different. And that leather note, I feel like, goes with her. And the name goes with her. Choosing a perfume for her, I feel like she would be wearing a men's cologne, to be very honest with you. But I wanted to choose something out of my collection, so I chose Fatale Intense because it is feminine, but not overly feminine. It's different. It's sexy. It's spicy. It has licorice. Did I say that? So the licorice, I feel like licorice goes with Letty too. If she was going to be eating a candy, it would be a licorice. Black licorice, maybe. But, so I feel like this was kind of her. Like caliente. This was Letty, okay? Not overly feminine. A little bit mysterious. A little bit different. The leather note, the licorice, that's Letty. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I know it was kind of random. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's been done before because it's YouTube, everything's been done. But honestly, I was kind of sitting around, and after I smelled this one, and I feel like I do that. I very like commonly will smell something and be like, oh, I feel like she would like that, or he would like that, or I could picture them wearing this. And you guys are the same, because that's the same way you guys leave me recommendations down below. So anyways, it was random. I hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.